Severe depression. On top of all that, I'm stressing. Took a blind date to my therapy session and then tried to kill her. Her first impression was I'm groovy, I gotta be, I need a lumbotomy. But when I press play, trouble leaves up out of me. Fuck the real world and my fat ass stuck in. Cause in my music, hotties are fucking expression. Getting out all I wrote, depression, ripping out all your throat. And if my hearing was ever to go, mass murder would be inevitable.
Welcome to Maniacal Music Musings. Today's one of those days I'm ready to press the struck button. Pinch me, because I can't believe it's time for you to go home tomorrow, though, man. I'd sell my soul to get you back, and I'm not down with the sickness. Godspeed, little doodle. And God, we never met, but you're a jerk. This one's for you, Harley. Now, my co-host, on the other hand, he loves to shout, and he is stupefied by the news. He knows the fear of losing a puppy. The conflict of the heart is more than nothing at all. Ladies and gentlemen, motherfucking Chancy Greif.
What's up?
Yes, and for those who don't know, who are not friends with me on Facebook, today is a sad day because I have to go put down my 18-week-old puppy tomorrow. I know, I did it in the Facebook post the first time too. I'm like, my wife was like, "What the hell's that?" I'm like, "Oh, whoops." But I have to put down my 18-week-old puppy tomorrow because he was born with abnormal kidney size. So, and he's in renal failure. So, it's a rough night. But as Queen said, and as they said in Moulin Rouge, the show must go on. So, here we are, and we're gonna have a fun show regardless. Thank you, Jim Beam, for that, and thank you, Purple Panther, for that. Our guest tonight, though, ooh, I've been excited about this one for like a month and a half. Our guest tonight, my personal favorite Unfiltrd star, sorry, Vanessa. And every time I see that booty of hers, I want to just her to say, "Pinch me," but 100%, our guest tonight is Cataleya Frost. And you know there's actually a beverage called that too? Just saying.
Shut up, really?
I tried Googling you to get a picture, and before I went to Facebook, and I was like, and also I think there's a Reddit page about you, but
no, there's not.
I think it said like my girl Cataleya Frost, something like that. Like, I don't know, Google yourself, you'll find it. But
the front door.
Well, I think they want to shut the front door and go in your back door, but we'll. I don't know,
I'm sure if they made a fucking Reddit page about it, I'm sure they're willing to get into any fucking window they can find. All right.
Right. Like if they made a Reddit page, I would have more money put in there in business.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll take any. I'm pretty sure they'll take any window, door, crawl space, or rat hole you give them, but 100%.
Apparently, then.
But Google yourself. Might be interesting to see that. But
don't scare me. I'll be right back, guys.
But Cataleya is our guest tonight, and yes, you heard me mention another name who will be on here in about a couple weeks, I think, 3 weeks maybe. But we are really excited to have Cataleya here because she's been on Bracket Bastard, she's been on Paranormal Than Normal, she's done all the rounds of my shows, and I've been on her show. It's a little bit funny, and it was a damn funny episode, I'll tell you that much. And I gotta do another return to that show in a week or two, 100%. And Chancy has to come with me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Chancy, totally do it. You don't have to fucking twist my arm. I mean,
that's not the part of your body they're gonna twist, but you know.
Jesus Christ! Wait, what?
It's a little funny.
Listen.
It's a little funny.
Oh, it's
like that.
It's a little funny, I suppose. You know, some people laugh when they see people in pain, so I mean, it could be a little funny.
Oh yeah, it's killing us.
Yeah. But as always on this show, we are gonna start with the guest album because we're nice, considerate people, and we like to pander our guests by doing their album first. So
I'm glad I chose this one because you guys gave me crazy ones.
I gave you one of the most popular CDs of the fucking 2000s.
It was not, I know, and I saw that, but like, no, I knew one song, guys. Out of this whole albums you gave me, one song.
You said you were emo back in high school, so I assumed that you would listen to them.
Emo.
That's not, dude. That's not emo. She was like MCR. She was probably like My Chemical Romance or fucking yeah. Like that was actually my toss up. Was either that or an MCR album, but I was like, nah, dude, this is funny. This is fucking funny.
It was. I was like, what the? There's literally. It's not on my thing, but there was vegetables. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah. Well, we'll get to Chancy's album in a bit. Don't you damn worry about that. But 100%. Which I actually, I'll get there when I get there. But
I was just saying, like, let's get like either way. I don't care. I'll even go last. I don't give a fuck. Let's keep it a surprise.
Secret. Yeah.
But I will 100%. We are going with Sabrina's album first, of course.
Always.
So Sabrina, what album did you bring to us, and why did you bring it? That's the important part. Why is it so important to you that you brought it?
Okay, so I chose the Barenaked Ladies.
Take your time, so well, I'm gonna make you smile when you realize that I got my side. Might take a while just to try to figure out what all this is for. Pinch me, 'cause I'm still asleep. Please, God, tell me that I'm still asleep.
Not because of what I do for a living. But I thought it was kind of funny because that is what I do for a living. But I chose it because I actually grew up listening to the Barenaked Ladies, and then I kind of just made it because I was into like more emo stuff. I made it like my happy space. I'm not gonna go in a corner and sleep for the rest of my life. I would listen to the Barenaked Ladies to make me happy. And then sometimes they had depressing songs, so I'm like, hell yeah. Oh, they're crying. But they're a good band, and it's like one of those fun, you go there and you drink beer and go to a concert, and it's just a cool band to listen to.
Well, I will say, when I first heard Barenaked Ladies, I was like, tell me it's the CD I'm thinking of. Tell me it's the CD I'm thinking of. And it wasn't. And I was looking for the CD that had 2 weeks on it.
1 week.
Because 1 week.
Yeah. I was like, well, watch it be this one. And it wasn't. And I was like, but it's still got. And I was like, fucking.
I mean, didn't do that one and the one with the $1 million one. I purposely didn't.
If I had $1 million, yeah.
I purposely didn't choose those albums because I wanted it to be a pain in the ass. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
success.
I still knew one song on this album that from like
right?
radio playing.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, I'm a huge fan of How I Met Your Mother, so I was hoping it was the one week or no, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Yeah.
It's called 1 week.
Why am I thinking of the I Would Walk 5,000 Miles song?
That's the Proclaimers, and it's 500. I think they're like Irish or Scottish twins. Fucking, I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more. Like, what the fuck? Like you're fucking way out. Like, off. Not even. That's like not even like we're not even in the ballpark. I don't even know if we're in the same like you're in the ballpark. I'm in like an office or something.
Oh my god.
Well, you are in your office technically, so fuck
technically
you.
I am in my office. You got me there, you fucking fuck. Shit.
But so yeah, I mean, I overall rather enjoyed this CD to some degree. I literally just finished it like before the show because I was driving home from the freaking emergency hospital yesterday, and it was the third CD I did because I was very curious about Chancy CD.
Yeah, just a little.
But we'll get to that in a minute. But Chancy, what did you think of Sabrina CD?
So I actually burnt like all 3 of our albums on Sunday night. I actually did a recording. I went and sang a cover of Alice in Chains' Nutshell. A buddy of mine that has a studio, and I was like, hey man, will you set this up? it's something I took 10 years of choir. It's something I always sang in the car. And he was like, yeah, dude. And we fucking cranked it out. I think it was, I mean, like for a guy that can literally find anything to put down about what I do, like I rarely watch any of the stuff that I do. I can't stand the sound of my own voice. So the fact that we were able to record something that I was even like, wow, that's not that bad. And that was even before all the finishing touches they add to it after, like in post production. So I'm pretty stoked about that coming out, but I was still jacked up from all the adrenaline on doing that. So I was like, I'm going to fucking prepare for the show on Tuesday. And then the first album I listened to was for the fucking Barenaked Ladies. And I was like, it's like, I know how I look. I know. But like at the same time, it was almost like I went from going 60 miles an hour to a dead ass fucking stop. Like I'm sitting in my garage, so everybody, like, my girlfriend, her kid, my roommate, everybody's asleep. I'm listening to this music, and fucking, I'm racing because I'm fucking, still jacked up on the adrenaline, and all of a sudden she's like, no, and I didn't dislike the album in any capacity. Like I was just thinking to myself, like, okay, well, it's not the one with 1 week. I'd have sang the shit out of that. I've been fucking kicking out, But I was like, I was listening to your album, and I decided, I was like, you know what? Since I'm feeling better, and I haven't put forth my best performances over the past week or so with all the different shows from the damn Rona. I was like, I'm drawing up roasts for everything's setting on fire, like all of it. Like I'm ready for Jeremy's CD. I'm ready for my top 5. I'm ready for my fucking shit. Like I was even listening to my shit. Like, okay, what do I got? What am I gonna say? What the fuck? I liked it though. I mean, it's not a terrible album. I mean, Jeremy's made me listen to worse albums than this. So I mean.
You love the Moulin Rouge soundtrack.
Fucking did not, and I fucking won't. I will never say it.
Jeremy, why didn't you give me that one? I like the Moulin. I wouldn't.
He can't double dip. He already made me listen to it, and I won't make it. No, he caught me trying to double dip once, and I won't let him do it.
I wouldn't even to listen to the album. I know that whole album.
Well, put it this way. Unlike what I would do with you, we can't double dip in this show.
Jesus Christ.
So we all give our reviews of it. Now, Cataleya, you get to give your top 5 of your own CD, and you can do honorable mentions first if you have any.
I don't have any honorable mentions. Okay, so obviously Barenaked Ladies. I did Maroon, the Maroon album. My number 1 was Tonight Is the Night.
Number 5. What? Start number 5.
Really? Okay.
You gotta build up to the best one. Come on.
Okay. Sell. I like the song. It's not my favorite. Favorite, but I like it still. And then my number 4 was Too Little Too Late. That was a good song. My 3rd was Pinch Me, because I just like that song. And then obviously my 2nd would be Falling for the First Time. That's a classic, I think. That is like kind of a classic for anybody. And then my 1st would be Tonight Is the Night I Fell Asleep at the Wheel, because that was more of my emo song.
All right. And I will say we do have some in common of those top 5s, 100%.
Yep, well, me too.
Well, but I'll go next. And
yes, please do.
I did have an honorable mention, and it was Falling for the First Time. But that's just because that's where it landed. Because I always just...
Because you fall down a lot?
No, I don't actually. I'm a very steady, tall motherfucker. But
I don't know. That would be my guess.
I almost fall all the time. I don't ever fucking fall though.
See, Weebles
wobble.
wobble.
Like I literally got my fucking sandal like stuck in the door of my mom's house like 3 times yesterday and almost fell. But I mean, shit just happens. But I don't fall. I'm just very. I'm for a tall motherfucker. I'm pretty damn well balanced. But falling for the first time was a damn good song. And I mean, I write these songs out like in a list without numbers when I'm listening to the CD, and like I place them where I think they belong to be placed as I listen to it. So if one gets knocked down, it could be number 1 at some point. But
yeah, makes sense.
Number 5 was Never Do Anything, because that reminds me of a lot of fucking people I know, and I like that song.
Yeah.
100%. I'm not going to go name dropping here, but it reminds me of a lot of people. Number 4 is Go Home. No, not you, Chancy.
Shit, I was hoping you didn't see me.
I see everything, motherfucker. No, it's not. You do a lot.
Not really. You do. Anytime I explain it, I'm like, Jeremy does all the heavy lifting.
Well, I'm used to it with my cock, so you know.
Jesus Christ.
You're so naughty. That is
yeah, you know. Well, you know. But so Cataleya knows. But yeah, Go Home was a damn good song, and I liked it. Number 3, which I actually just listened to today, was Baby Seat. Because I like that. Like, I mean, it kind of reminds me of my wife in a way, because it's like you can't act like you're like a kid forever. Like you have to grow up eventually and start being an adult. But so, and hopefully she's not watching this. But I do like that one because tonight's not the night to fuck with her. But number 2 was Sell, 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 because that reminds me of a fucking song from like a musical.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, it does.
It reminds me of like a song from like Rent or some shit. Like I love that song. Like I was listening to that, I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm watching a musical right now. Like what the fuck?
I know it is different than the other songs.
And that's actually the song I left off on yesterday when I was driving home. Like I literally pulled in my driveway while like almost done with that song. But and then number 1, of course, was Pinch Me, because that's the song I heard before I listened to this whole CD. I've heard that song on the radio 1,000 times.
Yep.
I never knew it was Barenaked Ladies, but like a lot of songs on the radio, I have no idea who the fuck sings them. I mean, I thought 1999 by Prince was a like Madonna song or like some female song. So apparently I don't fucking recognize artists when I hear them. As we learned in the Prince bracket this past week, which we'll be releasing the last Monday of the month for all you listeners out there, you should definitely give it a listen. It was a very good bracket.
It was.
With the usual 5 bracketeers that we have, but including me and Sir Chancellor himself. But Chancy, what were your top 5 for Sabrina Cataleya City? Fuck me.
So I'm going to include this caveat before I start. Okay. I have my top 5, but I've also got my roasts interwoven into the names of my top 5.
Okay.
This is the same for all of us. Not just you and Jeremy. I do it to myself as well.
Yeah, he does.
So I'm going to start with number 5, which was your number 1. And that was Tonight is the Night That I Fell Asleep Listening to This Depressingly Interesting Sordid Tale of Tragic Tale and Woe.
I literally listened to that song before the show started.
I was like
I was listening to it like in my pocket while I carried my laptop into my room and everything. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, this song is so fucking bad. Like
I'm listening to this thing like if I was driving, I would pull into the fucking other lane right now. Number 4 was Conventioneers. And as I was sitting there, I was like, I'm in the bathtub thinking of dropping a fucking toaster while fucking the White Rabbit peaks, like fucking straight Fear and Loathing. Like, what the fuck is this? Number 3, we all had Sell, 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 but I only put it on there because I thought that I heard my fucking name. Like, I was wasted. I was fucked up, right? Because he talks about giving he'd get an Oscar if they gave him a Chancy. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, all right, it goes in. It's going in. Number fucking 3.
Well, that's what they said to Cataleya, but
Number 2 is Too Little Too Late to Salvage My Sanity. And number 1 is Pinch Me. I always loved that song, even when it came out, because it came out when I was like in middle school. So like I was fucking,
Yeah. Oh God.
Well, see, I mean, the year that her CD came out has something to do with the reason why I picked mine.
Ah.
But we'll get into that in a little bit, because are you done with your top 5, sir? Are your roaster done for hers?
Oh yeah. That was my top 5. Yeah.
Then
I didn't have
Chancy,
anything for Pinch Me. I was just like fucking Pinch
like
Me's. You got to leave it alone. It's good.
I already had my joke for Pinch Me with Cataleya, so I'm good.
Yeah. Right.
But Chancy, we're gonna do your CD next, because I need to break down this motherfucker.
I can't talk about a roast. I couldn't even listen to it.
All right. Well, let Chancy tell what CD it is, and then we'll talk about it.
Oh,
My choice this week was a little unknown band called Okilly Dokilly. Which is literally, as you would expect, a whole band of people dressed like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. And it is from their, I think it was their first album, if I'm not mistaken. It is called Howdilly Doodilly. And I came across a video of these guys playing some like random show that'll have bands come on. And it was like, okay, well, let's check it out. And he's sounded kind of like Ned Flanders. And he's like, well, we got ourselves 5 Nedarinos, and we, got together and started playing some heavy metal. And I was like, he just said heavy metal. I'm fucking sold. Take my fucking money. And they play the song, and I'm like, it took a bit for me to get into, and once we get on my top 5, I'll get into that. But like, once it hits, I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Like, okay, Ned ain't fucking around. All right. But it's funny. It's funny to me. That's the specific reasoning for choosing it. Like, I was like, I have no idea what to fucking throw up against this. I gotta think of something. And then I was like, fucking, I saw it. Like, it was on like a watch again, and I was like, fucking, let's do it. It's fine.
This was brutal.
Well, Cataleya, as the guest, you get to give your review next.
Yeah, I already did. It's brutal. Yeah, but I guarantee there's probably a song from them that's brutal, called Brutal or some shit. There's literally I was just saying a song title called Vegetables. Why? Yeah. So I listened to that one. It wasn't on my top 5, but
it wasn't on mine either.
Like Vegetables.
Mine either. But yeah.
Frick, man. It wasn't terrible, but I just can't understand screamo sometimes. Like, I'm like, like I.
Wait a minute, you were emo, but you can't understand screamo.
No, I was emo.
Which this is definitely not screamo. There's a difference.
Screamo, there's a difference. Emo is like emotional, like.
And screamo is different than metal as well.
Like, why my top 1 was Tonight Is the Night I Fell Asleep at the Wheel. That's like, that's totally emo. It's not screamo.
That's definitely fucking emo.
Yeah, it is, right? And I was like 10 listening to it. Hey, I fucked up. Anyways, do I say my top 5s?
No, I gotta give my review of this motherfucker.
Oh,
first.
You gotta, okay.
I gotta give my review. Hello, Malia.
I'm guessing that's one of your friends, Chancy.
I don't. I maybe.
I mean, well, maybe she wants to be, but maybe she heard what Shannon said on one Bracket Bastard show. But I will say that, I mean, probably from Parapost, I imagine. Welcome, Aaliyah. Glad to have you watching. But I will say that this CD, I didn't know what the fuck to expect. Because Chancy has strung me some random fucking bands before, like Dog Fashion Disco and American Head Charge, and I'm like, and Prince, and I'm like, who the fuck are these like? I obviously I know who Prince is, but I'm like, who? I'm like, I didn't know what to expect from any three of those. So I never really was like a big Prince fan until the past weekend. But well, I might not be wrong on that, Chancy. Everybody wants a piece of that. Everybody wants to take a chance, but I 100% will say though, this CD surprised the fucking shit out of me because I can understand every word they said, and I love the guitar, I love the drums, I love the fucking vocals. Like it was just, and I feel like every fucking song was based off an episode of The Simpsons. I could like point out,
yes,
I could 100% like point out like half of them. The rest,
absolutely.
The half of them I was kind of running between episodes in my head, like while I was listening to it. I listened to the CD twice because I was trying to think of the episodes they go with, and the second time I actually wrote my list. But like because I've been a Simpsons fan since like 90.
I'm so glad that that's even better. That just makes this even better.
I mean, I've been a Simpsons fan since 97, 98. But
I mean, the Simpsons are all right. I think it's good, but it's not like I'm not going to stop my whole ass day and watch it or something.
I have for years before DVR existed.
Valid.
Animation domination on Fox, even before it was called that, was my fucking Sunday night always.
He thought it said something else about domination and fucking taped it instead. He's like, what? Domination?
No.
I'll fucking record.
Okay. I was a fucking 11-year-old, you asshole. But that's some pedo shit right there. But no, I mean, unless it was a fucking like wrestling pay-per-view on Sunday night, like was watching it. I was watching Fox, and even then I was recording Fox in the other room. But because I had to watch the Royal Rumble or the fucking King of the Ring first. I mean, come on. But Royal Rumble 2000. See Mae Young's saggy ass titties. But
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so that's my review. I fucking actually enjoyed the series of shit. Like I actually heard it to put in my fucking liked on Spotify. So
that's awesome.
And I'm hoping we bring Okilly Doodilly back to the show eventually at some point too.
They have another album. They do.
I figured, but yes, the picture of them all dressed in Ned Flanders kind of made me tickle pink inside. But speaking of tickle pink inside, Cataleya, what are your top 5?
Okay, so I had for my top 5, more animal than flan.
Yes.
I can't even right now when I'm naming these off. Panic Room. So the last ones are like the ones I could understand a little bit, but like have no clue still. Sacrifice, mainly because there was a couple of words I understood. You're a jerk, same thing. I understood a couple of words. Letters.
You gotta get more than one listen. That's how you understand all the words.
Okay.
Or use YouTube Music because you can just push lyrics and then see what they're saying.
I know. I did iTunes. And I was trying to find like lyrics for both because I wanted to die. But then I was like doing 1,000 things and listening to it at the same time. And I'm like, what in the heck are they saying? And then like, yeah, I just couldn't, the lyrics weren't popping up. Anyway, yeah, you're a jerk. You're a jerk, guys. And
I know.
Flanders Girls, because I like the name of that. What's up?
All right, well, on that note, Chancy, it's your CD, your top 5.
All right. So number 5 for me is Godspeed Little Doodle, and my roast on this is I actually did this thinking it would either get better or become more amusing. In a way, I was correctly incorrect. Number 4 is Panic Room, and the roast of that is, honestly, if they just keep this up, because I'm listening to the song thinking if they keep this up, I'm just gonna let them in. Fuck this. This is awful. Number 3 is Nothing at All, because I loved the fucking Offspring ripoff that they did during the middle of that motherfucker. I was like, it's fucked up. Number 2 is White Wine Spritzer. I have no idea why nobody fucking just from I like when I first heard this song, because it's the first song on the CD, but like I remember seeing Ned the episode where he goes to that party and they have those white wine spritzers and he starts freaking the fuck out. And that's basically the entire song encapsulated in that whole fucking. That's what I'm seeing in my head while I'm hearing it. And it's like, give me a white wine spritzer. I'm like, yep.
I ain't gonna lie. I would fucking love a white wine spritzer right now. But what's up, Freddie Fisher?
What's up, Freddie?
Hey, Freddie.
Number one for me was They Warned Me. And now I really kind of wish they had, but I really do. It's like I love that song though. They're like the video specifically from them on that one show that I was talking about. The guy that runs the MIDI board, that runs the samples and shit, he fucking just goes batshit crazy. Just fucking with no room. They're like in a tiny little room playing this fucking shit on something with all these people taping him and shit, and he's fucking losing his shit. Just fucking throwing this MIDI board around and fucking looking like Ned fucking Flanders. And it's all soft and fucking. It's like, okay, what's going on? Like I said, that's the first time I'd ever heard of them. I'm thinking, okay, it's supposed to be heavy metal. We are on some soft ass shit right now, and then all of a sudden, fucking. He kicks into that attractive because he breaks attractive down into 3 syllables, and he goes, "Oh, traction!" I'm like, "What the actual fuck?" And then it starts back over, and it's like, okay.
I mean, I've said that word to Cataleya many times, but I never broke it down like that.
Well,
Oh my God.
I mean, as I was listening to it, because it's got that soft part, and then every now and then there's that little like dip bend comes in, and you're like, ooh, something's gonna happen. It was fucking. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I figured it'd get a kick. Fucking, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I figured Jeremy would at least enjoy it, or at least at the very least find it as amusing as I did. It's not as funny as Guar, but it's no, not by any means. But it's still fucking funny.
But
I mean, Flander doodles. I think that's funny. But
well, it's funny you say that because it's my top 5 now, and my honorable mention is Flander Doodles.
Flander Doodles.
Like I love that fucking song. Like there wasn't 5 better songs to be my number 1, but like Flander Doodles is just fucking hilarious. Like every time they say the word Flander Doodles, like I was just like fucking dying. Like it was fucking hilarious. But my number 5 was Nothing at All, because that's a damn good song, and we've all felt that way, so it definitely made sense to the world. And number 4, which is actually in my name on the Zoom right now for this, is Godspeed Little Doodle, because actually I didn't listen to it until after I listened to it on the way back. Actually, I listened to the CD on the way back from dropping my puppy off at the emergency hospital. So when I heard Godspeed Little Doodle at the time, it didn't really like relate, but today it relates. So that's what I'm thinking of right now. Is like, and that was just a good song regardless. But
this choice didn't fucking age well.
Ear did Sabrina's, dude. So like,
no shit, right?
I was listening to the helicopter song, and my wife was like, "Can you please turn this off?" and I was like, "Yeah, of course." But I mean,
oh, shit.
Like I literally was. I like the last 2 songs that CD left to listen to, and like I literally like the helicopter song came on. And it was just like, oh fuck me. But yeah, Godspeed Little Doodle was a damn good song, and I mean, it was just a funny song. Number 3 is Press the Struck Button, because I felt like that song a lot of days of my life, and that song was just fucking magical. Like, press the struck button. Like, And I mean, I actually like their music reminds me of somebody, but I can't think of who the fuck it is.
Me.
Like, it kind of reminds.
Well,
I had it yesterday, but I can't fucking think of it right now. Who their music reminds me of. But number 2 is You're a Jerk, because that song is fucking amazing. Because like we've all seen those people in public who are just doing like or who are treating people like assholes in public, and like they're treating like the fucking worker at a store or the worker at a restaurant like shit, and like it's like, I don't know you, but you're a jerk. Like that's so relatable. That's so relatable. And number 1 was fucking Panic Room. That song was damn good.
it was.
Like,
I mean, it wasn't
like,
bad.
And I'm pretty sure the episode they were talking about that one was the one where it's like fucking Homer was drunk, like trying to break into Ned's house, and he's like, "Kids, get in the panic room." But I think that's the episode. I mean, I remember the Godspeed Little Doodle episode, but I can't think what the fuck it was about. I do remember it. And I want to say the You're a Jerk episode was about when Maud died. I think that was the one where Maud died, like when she got fucking bleachers.
It could be. I don't remember.
I meant to try to Google and try to figure out if I could figure out like what each song is about, but like with everything happening in the last 2 days, I just ran out of time to do that shit. But I mean, yeah, I mean, and Flanders Duels. I remember that episode. I just can't think what the fuck it was. Like I remember hearing that in a Simpsons episode before, though. Like,
Yeah.
Flanders
Doodles.
Doodles. I always say I've been saying that word to myself for the last like fucking 2 days. Like it's just a addicting fucking word. But
Okilly.
Okilly Dokilly, which Chancy says all the fucking time, okie dokie. But
Okie doke.
Yep. Okay.
I'm an okie doke kind of guy. Fuck it. Okie doke. Like, hey, we gotta go do this shit. Okie doke.
Yeah, I know. Every message, like every other message I send Chancy is like, okie doke. And I was like, okay, that's the best response you got. But
that's good for me. I mean,
but that means since we all do our top 5s, it's time for
now
me to
it's
talk about
your turn.
Oh, it's my turn, 100%. And fucking type here.
I've been waiting for this one.
Ugh.
Which it's funny because I didn't even know this. Well, all right, let me start with the beginning. She gave us the album 2000, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find the album I liked that came out in 2000, and I'm gonna fucking do it. So I googled 2000 like albums, then I broke it down into rock because she gave a rock album kind of, so I kind of gave a rock album back, and I was like, and I saw Disturbed Down the Sickness. I'm like, oh yeah, that came out. I'm like, that came out in 2000.
I don't get it, don't you think? Maybe we can put it on credit. Don't you think I can take it to another minute? I can stupid boy, it's all the same as ain't living it, but I don't get it. Don't you think? Maybe we can put it on credit. Don't you think I can take it to another minute? I can stupid boy, I can stupid boy.
Because I didn't get into Disturbed until I saw a commercial for Indestructible in 2007. I was working at college during the summer, and like I was just in my room, like probably watching porn on my computer, and like in the background the TV was on, and like I heard a commercial for Indestructible, and like I ended up buying that CD at Walmart the next day, and like that got me into Disturbed, and I ended up buying like all their other CDs that came out before that. Oh, there's Chancy's pussy.
Hey, Izzy guy, what's up, buddy?
But so I didn't get Disturbed until like 7 years after the CD came out. But I like this CD, but it is nowhere near my favorite fucking Disturbed CD. Like Disturbed Asylum is definitely in the running for my top CD by them, and possibly the EP they released with the Lost Children, like that one too. I love that CD. But Disturbed's just a fucking amazing band. Like every song they do, there's not really a song they do I hate. There's certain ones I don't like. I'll skip if I don't feel like listening to it. But like, there's not a song they do I hate. Like I wouldn't turn off their music. There's not a song they do I really hate. Like Disturbed is an amazing fucking band, and I've wanted to see them live for years. I just never had the chance. But I mean, I picked the CDs basically because she picked a CD in 2000, and I was trying to find one that came out in 2000. I originally went to 3-6 Mafia, but I was like,
that would have been great.
No, because the only album they had that released in 2000 was the one you did already.
Oh,
and I was like, oh yeah, 2000's when I started to hate 3-6 Mafia. So well, yeah,
one when you were like a teen, like I was a teen.
In 2000, I was listening to like fucking NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears.
Oh,
and like Ricky, like I lived off VH1 back then, so I used to watch like Carlos Santana Smooth and like Ricky Martin videos and shit. And, like that's why I listened. Like I was into like pop shit back then because I didn't have taste yet. But
I listened to all that along with the Barenaked Ladies. I think that's the only.
You're a girl. You're allowed to.
Yeah.
But
yeah, now I do it for a living.
Yeah, you are. Actually, you are a Barenaked Lady for a living, so that makes sense. But as our guest, Caitlin, you get to give our Cataleya. Wow, fucking.
What the actual fuck? Are you having a stroke?
It'd be a good night for it, but
no, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it kind of would, but
no, it wouldn't.
It would make sense tonight. It would make sense tonight at least. But Cataleya, what did you think of the album?
Okay, I knew. Okay, there's actually 2 songs I knew, so I can't say I hated it because I could definitely jam out to the one. So I can't say I hated it. I just am not a screamo person, guys. But
Disturbed is not screamo. They're heavy metal.
No, it's not.
Yelling though.
But it's like screamo is its own genre, separate from rock and metal and stuff.
That's why I know Disturbed, because I can listen to some of the songs because they're not.
Yeah, they like, especially their later shit. There's a lot more slowed stuff. Like I'm almost certain you know that their cover of fucking Sound of Silence.
Probably. I would have to listen. I'm more of like a listen and then know type of person. Like I don't know by names, but that's why I was like, even with this album,
everybody knows the Sound of Silence.
Oh, the one I did know that's my top, obviously my number 1, which I won't say yet. But the only reason I really picked it was because I actually knew the song. Yes. So the top 2 I actually knew of. So yeah, I was actually proud of myself for a minute. Or like fucking finally, because I did Okilly Dokilly first, and I just was like, "What?
You fucked up."
I was like, "What are people giving me right now?"
You fucked up.
Well, yeah, I actually, I did Disturbed first because it's my CD, and I
should have started with The Devil You Know, man.
Well, I knew Okilly Doodilly was going to be interesting, so that's why I did it in the middle. Because Barenaked Ladies, I was like dreading listening to.
Oh no, I was talking to her because she said she started with my fucking album, and I was like, you should have went with The Devil You Know, being you.
I should
have started with your shit.
It said Okilly Dokilly. You had to catch your attention for it.
Naturally, of course it is. If you see the album cover, it's even more eye-catching. Like, what the fuck?
Yes. So of course I automatically Disturbed, but Okilly Dokilly, obviously, I needed to check out.
You definitely needed Okilly Dokilly in your life. I mean, you just didn't know it.
Well, since it's my CD, I'll give my top 5 first.
I didn't review your shit. Did I review your shit?
No.
Oh no, you didn't,
motherfucker! Every time. That is
I
why
almost
I
got-
go last in this motherfucker every time. Always being like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and I'm just like,
I almost forgot the roast master himself, the Jeffrey Ross lookalike, Chancy Grive.
"Ooh, that's a burn. I'm gonna need some cream on that." But I do have to say, before I go down this fucking, it's an oven here. It's an oven in this bitch. I would have to say though that I could pull a Jeremy and put every song on this as a passable song to go on the list.
Oh.
And I also have 3 honorable mentions that I'm not going to list. But I would also like to thank Jeremy for actually setting a record for our show. In nominating this band, he's actually nominated their every known hit and album in one single offering. I don't know. There was like an online video where this guy's like the greatest hits of Disturbed, and it's literally like the beginning to almost every song off of this thing, where he just makes the David Draymond noises. And honestly, it was, like I said, it's truly a feat. He really did. He set a record. I'm proud of the guy. But I love the album because I grew up with it. Like, I was just in high school when this thing came out. So 2000, I would have been like 14, 15, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe 16 tops.
I think I was 10.
I was 12.
Yeah, you know. So I mean,
But I also never heard of them at that time because I was in 6th grade at that time, and I never even heard Disturbed until like I didn't even hear them much. I listened to them in college. I never heard of them at that point still, and no one talked about them for a few years after.
I remember listening to this album, drinking Sky vodka for the first time, like at my buddy's place. His mom worked nights and shit, so we're all there just getting shit housed, listening to this album. I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
that conclude your roast?
Thus concludes the. Well, it's my rant, not my roast. I've got roasts.
Just like KFC there, Chancy. But
KFC.
Don't you mean Boston Market? Boston Market?
They
Fuck
got
Boston.
rid of that, didn't they?
fuck Boston Market. KFC is so much better. But
I didn't know KFC did roast. I thought they just did chicken.
Yeah, I don't think they roast.
they do roast because they offer lower calorie options.
Oh yeah, right. Fair enough.
Well,
But I mean,
on him
but
forever.
if you go to KFC and you don't get fried chicken, you're a fucking retard. But
Right? That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, what the fuck?
That's-
It's like blue
that's
cheese
my
on your
favorite.
wings to go fuck your mother. I mean, that's the great Joey Diaz. Fucking always and forever.
They sell
Yeah.
healthy shit there? What?
I mean, those people.
Joey
those people-
Diaz? But
No,
those people.
Oh,
I mean, I will say those people who put ranch on wings. What the fuck's wrong with you? But
I mean that's exactly what Joey Diaz says too, but except it's a much more explicit fuck. He's like, I won't even go to a place that fucking has fucking. I won't even order. I don't even order the shit. It's blue cheese on your wings to go fuck your mother. I was like, what?
well, I can agree with that actually. But my honorable mentions for my CD were "Dropping Plates" because I love that fucking song, but it just doesn't make top 5. Dropping plates on your ass, bitch. And my other honorable mention is Conflict. Because I could have pulled a Jeremy in this CD and just said like every song because it is fucking incredible. It is.
I did
it's
like
one
every
of the
song.
but see there are songs I can skip, and that's what I pick by. If I can't skip you, you're getting picked in the list. But if I can skip you, then fuck you. But number 5 was "Stupefy" because I mean that song's just amazing the way they say it. I get stupefy. Like I love the way they say that. But
And then that whole part where he gets beat by his mom.
Eh,
That's
not
always
that song.
fun. Isn't it?
no,
Oh,
that's
is it Down with Sickness?
You'll see.
I don't remember. I knew in one of them it was fucking. I could have swore it was the one. I don't know.
That's not stupefy.
But fucking shit happens.
Number 4 is "Shout 2000" because I'm pretty sure that's the first version of that song I ever heard. I
I
heard the
mean,
original
I was
version.
I was gonna say Tears for Fears, but that's cool.
I mean, I heard the original version like a couple years later, but
It's not very
I know it's not that good, but
it's okay.
But Disturbed's version is fucking amazing. Like,
Yeah, they
I
did it.
fucking
They
love
did it better. I
love that
agree.
song. Number 3 is Fear, because I like the fucking opening riff because it sounds like a fucking horror movie almost. Like, and it sounds like horrorcore almost. Like it's ICP or some shit.
Right.
But I do like that song. And number 2 is Meaning of Life, because that song just hits you. Like, it hits you so hard. I love that. Like, you don't expect that song to be as soft as it is, and then it comes on, it's like, oh. But, and I think it's actually like one of the slowest songs on that CD. But
Yeah,
you're gonna say?
it was. It was one of the slower ones.
And of course, number 1 has to be Down with the Fucking Sickness, and that's the song, Chancy. Where I was gonna say, I mean, I'm sure Cataleya has heard this on Unfiltrd before, where it's like, no, Bobby, I won't do it again.
Don't do
Please
it
don't
again. Jesus
Please don't hit me.
Christ.
Please don't hit me.
No, I've never heard that. I've heard keep going.
I'm sure you've had some sub be like, I'll be a good boy, I promise.
No, I get more angry people that want to like abuse me. Like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, they're like they like humiliate.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Like, get the fuck out of here. No. Like, no way. You're not doing any of that to me. You don't talk to me like that. I'll slap you silly.
and that's why I show Cataleya the utmost respect and the best I can on Unfiltrd. But yeah, Down with the Sickness is one of the best songs ever fucking written. Like, it's just such a good song. Like, it's like Korn Freak on a Leash, or well, most songs, or most songs off Korn's first album. But I do love it. So I mean, I picked the CD because it came out in 2000. I was like, you know what? It's time for some Disturbed in this bitch, because that's an amazing CD. So I'm bringing it in. And I didn't want to pick like fucking NSYNC or Britney Spears or some shit, because you know. But
I almost did, and then I was thinking like, oh, there's Panic at the Disco, like I used to listen to, My Chemical Romance and things like that. But then I wanted to switch shit up. So
Yeah.
You would have loved my brother. You would have loved my fucking brother in high school.
I always used to sing the beginnings of the Black Parade all
yeah,
the time because I was in choir. Like, that was my thing. Like, I'd walk down the hall and there'd be nobody in there, and I'd just sing it for the acoustics. Everybody be just not doing shit, and all of a sudden be like, what the fuck? Because I've got one of those weird ass voices that it's all deep. It's weird, but like when he talks, it's like, what the fuck? And then you hear him sing, it's like, wait, huh?
that's it.
But I mean, well, actually, it's funny you say that, because Welcome to the Black Parade is the opening song for Clerks 3.
Nice.
I like that
Kevin
song.
Smith,
Kevin
Smith made sure he got it. So now it's time for our guest, Sabrina's top 5, or Cataleya.
Okay.
It's now time for Cataleya's top 5.
I know. Everybody does this to me. They all change my names up now.
I haven't said shit.
I mean, oh yeah.
Like, I ain't even trying.
No,
you work on Unfiltrd. I mean, people are gonna call you what they want to call you. Mom,
I'm just like you.
I was watching the CEO of Unfiltrd, Stephanie from 90 Day Fiance. I was watching her live yesterday, and she just kept calling me my real name on IG, and I'm like, oh my god, whatever, it's fine. I have no shame. My family's in church though, praying for me, so that's why I just try to keep it off now.
I mean, I pray to get you, but I don't pray for you.
Anywho, okay. My number 5 was The Game.
Nice. That's a good song. It's a good song.
I didn't mind it. All right. I tried to get in this one, okay, because it wasn't all scream, but it was loud. My number 4 was A Welcome Burden. Mainly because I actually just, I like the title, honestly. Makes sense in my life right now. Anyway, then my number 3 is God of the Mind. I didn't mind that one. That wasn't bad. And then my number 2, which I did now with, it was Down with the Sickness. So I like that song. And then my number 1 was Shout, because I do know that one. And I can jam out to that one. So I can jam out to that one and Down with the Sickness. But the other ones, like, I didn't mind.
I gotta say, Disturbed is one of those bands that can do a cover and it's always better than the original.
It's good. Yeah.
I disagree.
It's good.
I like Genesis' version of
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Land of Confusion. I like the original version better than their version.
I like
it was good.
Version better. I like ICP's version the best.
Well, of course you would. And I mean, like, I don't know. I would even almost argue against fucking Sound of Silence too, because I mean, it's fucking Simon and Garfunkel, dude. Like, certain things have to be fucking sacred. All right.
Like, yeah, certain things do have to be sacred, but the good thing is, folks, when you're with an Unfiltrd star, nothing is sacred. So sign up today.
No, it's free until you put that card in and you find things that are juicy and you want to unlock.
And then you can't pay your mortgage, but
who needs a house anyway, right? You know.
Don't act like you spent a lot. Get out of here with that.
Shut your mouth.
Chancy, you're next.
I am, aren't I?
I'm getting everybody on Unfiltrd from with you guys. Like, you know, somebody else is on there. I don't know if I should say his name, but he doesn't pay, but definitely supports.
Well, yeah,
I support and I paid for a minute and I bought some vids and I saw everything I need to see and now I have it locked in my spend.
I got way better stuff now, though, Jeremy. I'm a queen.
Well, I can't afford the backdoor video, so.
No, that's different now. Everything is different. I made everything different levels, so it's all different.
And I mean, man, I don't know. We got an understanding now. I mean,
I'm a hard sell.
I've seen you, you've seen me, so we understand each other now. But
I'm a hard sell. I'm a tough nut to crack. I don't know.
Chancy, come on, take a chance.
He takes a chance every day with his wife.
I started getting this gray hair when I was 16. I've definitely taken all the chances. All right.
Chances.
All the chances.
Oh my god. So funny.
Fucking.
Who else but Chancy?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you keep. Yeah, if you get one of them soundboards, you could definitely do that. Just fucking push a button and have it be the thing.
Oh,
I fucking loved that. That was awesome.
I'll have the Quagmire thing in the fucking the Quagmire background music in the background too. But 100%. So, Chancy, let's hear your review / roast of Disturbed.
So I had 3 honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, we already have 5. Yeah.
3.
Yeah, 3. Well, I could have. I was gonna Jeremy the whole thing and just say it was all good, but like, I was just like, like he said, there's some of them on here I could get away with actually skipping and whatever. For me, number 8 was Down with the Dipshit because I used to do stupid shit when that fucking thing was popular. Fucking number 7 was Stupid Guy because that was also me quite often, exceptionally frequently. Number 6 was Shout because I liked the cover, but you know, I'm very hit or miss when it comes to covers. Either I love it or I hate it. I don't ever really have kind of a tolerable in between on it. For me, my top 5 actually was except for one. One. Well, no, sorry. Everything else was an honorable mention, actually, I believe. Yeah, because Dropping Plates was a honorable mention for you, Jeremy, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I love that song.
Yep.
But
That was my number 5. Fear was my number 4.
Ah, we mentioned that, I think.
Oh, nice. For me, number 3 was Voices.
Yeah.
You know, they know me. It's all right. Number 2, I figured it was kind of Jeremy. I picked this one because it's kind of like a Jeremy thing. I figured a violence fetish. It's a good.
That for that reason.
You what now?
I almost picked that for that reason.
It's a good song though. I do enjoy the song like on its own. For me, my number 1 was The Game. Like that, every time I hear The Game, I always think of legit. Like I was just talking about being in an Adele and I'm like 15, 16 years old drinking fucking Sky Blue vodka for the first time. Fucking awful. Thinking you're the great, thinking you're the cool shit. Fucking, you got fucking Sky Blue vodka. Fucking. Oh.
I loved feeling cool when I had alcohol.
I had more than enough access to booze. It was just what kind more than anything.
Yeah, hanging out with friends, thinking you're all cool and shit.
Oh yeah, I'd steal like booze from my parents all the time, just keeping a gallon jug. And then when it was come time for a party, I'd just grab a gallon jug. I wasn't very popular, but that got me into parties. Like, hey, I got a gallon of booze. What is it? It's a whole bunch of shit. Just fucking drink it.
Just do it.
Watched a friend of mine get in a fight with a 6-foot thistle. He was fucking wasted. He's like, I'll fucking fight you. I'm like, dude, it's a thistle. That is not even a person. Get in the golf cart.
I feel like I'd redo my teen years over again just to relive like those fun moments.
Oh hell no!
I'm pretty sure everybody. I would definitely do my teen years over if I can go back and talk to myself.
I would.
Okay, the only way I'm doing it is if I go back in time with my mind now.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm not
exactly. You need to have the knowledge you gain. You need to have the knowledge you gained since then.
Yeah, I'm so crazy, so I'll still go back.
Well, I mean, if I have my knowledge now, yeah, I'll go back and still do the stupid shit that I did. Yeah. But at the same time, I would be, making investments in Amazon when it was still selling books.
Hell yeah, man!
I'll fucking. Hey, why are you dumping your entire month's allowance into Amazon stock? Don't fucking worry about it. Netflix, they just sell DVDs. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, okay, one, you should be buying fucking stock in Disney back then and just letting it ride. But Disney Plus made that shit go up the roof. But two,
they're falling right now.
Two, if I can go back to fucking high school, I'd be telling you, like, stop being conceited and trying to go after the fucking skinny girls who want nothing to do with you. Go after the BBWs and the chubby chicks, and you'll get laid all fucking day. Go now, March, soldier.
You obviously didn't have the right people around you when you was growing up, sir. I had all the wrong folks, and they taught me all the wrong things. Like, go after the slow ones. Like, oh, okay, yeah. It's like watching the Discovery Channel. The lion doesn't chase the fast one; he wants the slow one. Chase the slow one. Like, oh, okay, you got it.
Well,
I never had a problem getting guys at any age.
Girls never do.
I was gonna say that was gonna be my statement. I was like, I've never heard of girls I've heard of girls saying they can't get someone to stick around, but I mean the whole getting part, that ain't no problem. It's the staying part. Now that's the tricky part.
They all come back and they all joined Unfiltrd real quick.
Yeah. I mean,
which is fucking like, if you think about it like that, that's kind of funny in a very ironic sense, because like, the old adage goes, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Mm-hmm.
So they had, pardon my expression for term of usage. So they had the cow, then they left, and now they're buying the milk.
Yeah, I'm like, payback's a bitch, right? Literally.
That's fucking, kudos. I gotta tip my hat because that's clever. I mean, it's pretty clever, but like,
Yeah.
that ain't the only tip he's tipping, but yeah.
no, that's the tip. I'm tipping my hat. That's it.
Yep, I win, and then they all give me their money. What's good?
Oh, to see that body, yeah, I definitely agree. But
You ain't spending any money, Jeremy.
I saw the whole thing. I'm good. I have perfect memory for that shit.
Got way better.
I could picture that right now. Legs spread wide open. Okay, yeah, I got it.
You got the mind. What do you call it?
I have
eidetic memory.
Yeah.
I have total recall for porn mind.
He's got eidetic memory for pornographic material. I mean, of course he does. Why wouldn't he?
He's got a membership to Pornhub, a lifelong membership.
It was on sale during COVID. It was on sale when COVID first happened. $200. I could turn that down.
Drives, and that's the best thing ever. I think that is the funniest thing. I've never heard anybody have a lifelong membership.
Oh, trust me, there are millions out there.
I'm certain that he's right about that one, but
I've never met somebody who has a lifelong
membership. No. You never met someone who admits it.
That's also valid. I mean, that's probably true. Yeah, that's not my thing, man. That's not my style.
I admit it because it's man's natural instinct to go watch porn.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing to that. It's just like I'm not gonna fucking pay for it. Like,
I mean, you get a lot of content for $200 for a lifetime membership. So
I'll bet you do, but I don't spend that much fucking time worrying about it to be getting my money's worth out of that kind of investment, man.
Well, okay, I was single for a majority of my 34-year-old life.
I can understand that too, but still, I mean, like,
and at the time I bought it, I saw my now wife every other weekend. So I had to release at some point.
I totally get what you're saying. I really do. I'm just thinking to myself, like, even if I was single and had all that free time on my hands, like, I wouldn't get the bang for the buck, man. It's just fucking paying for shit like that's like going to the strip club. I'm basically paying people to pretend they fucking like me. And I fucking got people in my life that pretend they like me that don't got paying shit. Like, what the fuck? Fuck that.
Okay. Well, one, if you buy a fleshlight, it is the bang for the buck.
Well, that's a different story. That's not a fucking lifetime membership to Pornhub or fucking OnlyFans or Unfiltrd accounts or fucking that stuff.
You buy the lifetime membership to Pornhub and you buy the fleshlight and then you're good.
That's way too much. Like, that's already way too much for me. I'm too fucking lazy. Like, that was way too much.
People like Jeremy who connect.
That was my nightly ritual for years.
I mean, that's an understandable thing completely, but like, yeah, like I said,
it's hard being lonely in Facebook Messenger nude groups and not having anything physical to actually bang it out with. Besides your fleshlight. Fleshlight and Pornhub. Fleshlight and Pornhub. Making single men happy since 2015.
I guess. Well, so yeah,
I think it's when fleshlights came out. I really don't fucking know.
I don't either. I haven't kept track. Fucking Joe Rogan to know. They used to be a sponsor. Ask
best money I ever spent. But
I mean, probably. I don't know.
It does its own kegels, but I will 100% say that. And two, I had a second argument to what you fucking said, Chancy, but I can't think of it now.
What about the whole fucking it being like a strip club where you're paying motherfuckers to be your friend?
Two. I went to a strip club once in my life on my 30th birthday. And I know it's hard to believe with this motherfucker, but I only went, that was my first time going ever on my 30th birthday. And I burned through like $1,000, $1,500 on lap dances that night. And let's just say I made some very good friends with some very
Dude.
good strippers. So
Even the one that fucking does it for a living. Look at her shaking her head. Look at her shaking her head.
You
Me.
know,
you ain't no stripper.
you know that like I have men who are like planning dates to meet up right now because they think that I'm in a relationship with them. Like,
Oh, that doesn't surprise me one bit. I
Right?
mean,
so Jeremy.
Just don't get taken.
No, I'm saying that they get paid. That's how they get paid.
Oh. Trust me, I had one that I was getting off.
I've only been to 2 of them. Like the first time I went, I wasn't even old enough to get in. I shaved my head and went down to Manhattan, Kansas to take a friend of mine off to see another buddy of ours before he went to Afghanistan. And I had shaved my head because I did an inverted mohawk for my ID photo. And that, like, as soon as I got it done, I shaved the rest of my head. So everybody thought that I was an enlisted person because here I am hanging out with all these army dudes with their fucking head shaved. So I'm getting served. I'm like, it is my 17th birthday, right? And I'm like, fucking all right, here we go. Like, fuck yeah. And that was an awesome time. I didn't spend a single dollar. Banged a stripper in the fucking motel room. And then fast forward 20 fucking years, and I go because my friends, like, he never went in like 40 years, and his wife's like, no, we're going. And they're like, Chancy, you got to come with us. And I'm like, I'm good, Well, they drag me out anyway. So I go, and I'm sitting there. And I specifically dress like I always wear pajama pants and a t-shirt because I work from home. I don't like wearing real people clothes. They suck at this point. But like, I fucking had that plus like a ratty fucking flannel jacket. I look like fucking Mick Foley's estranged lost son. Specifically putting out that I have no fucking money. And nobody came and talked to me the whole fucking time. And I was like, yes. Well, that's not true because Jamie and Matt, got a couples thing and went and told their dancer to go find me and then describe me. If anybody's ever watched or listened to Tom Segura's podcast, Your Mom's House, there was a segment there where there was a thing where there was this called Peyton Lafferty. Just like literally there was an audio clip where they would randomly play where it says, "Hi, I'm Peyton Lafferty and I'm a ball hog," which apparently is like some subgenre of porno that is just all ball play. Fucking. So here's what makes this funny. The fans of this podcast get people like their grandparents, their parents, unsuspecting people to look into their camera and be like, "Hi, my name is either their name or Peyton Lafferty, and I'm a ball hog." So fucking literally, this whole thing goes on. I'm hanging out, minding my own fucking business at the fucking strip club. It's like closing time. It's coming up on 5 a.m. And fucking all of a sudden, this stripper walks all the way around, like eye contact. I'm like, what's going on? Like, no one's talked to me all night. Why is this bitch looking at me? And then fucking she comes up and she goes right up into my ear and she goes, "Hi, I'm Peyton Lafferty and I'm a ball hog." I misinterpret the situation. I think that she's a fucking fan of the show. And I look at her and I'm like, "Oh, you want to piss on me? You want to beat me? You want to fucking try it out?" Also fucking stuff from that show. And she looked at me like I shit in her fucking mouth. And I'm like, "You have no idea what the fuck I just said, did you?" And she's like, No, they just paid me $40 to come fucking say it to you." And I was like, "Oh, don't I feel like an asshole?"
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So yeah, fuck strip clubs because all you're doing is paying people to pretend like they fucking like you. And then you end up saying stupid shit you didn't wanna.
Just go to your day job. You'll get that for free. But
Say what now?
I said just go to your day job. You'll get that for free. But
oh fuck no, my day job.
Well, not you, but most people.
Oh yeah, I guess there's that. But like, yeah, no. I got enough people in my life that that pretend to be nice to me that I don't have to pay. So
your girlfriend included, but Chancy.
Oh, she gets paid.
Oh, I mean, she does, and I mean,
she gets paid.
According to Shanna, the tip's more than most.
I don't even understand why you would say that, though. That's not even like a thing.
Like it's a compliment. Take it.
I can neither confirm nor deny. I'm like the fucking CIA over here. I can neither confirm nor deny. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I don't have to confirm. I already proved it to some people, but.
Oh my god.
But did you finish your top 5 there, Chancy? I totally can't remember at that point.
Yeah, the game. Yeah, that game was my number one. Yeah, we've been done for like a hot minute. We just been bullshitting this past like 10 minutes, I think.
Which is great because part of it's gonna be the opener. But
it's hilarious. It's been good shit.
Cataleya, where can they find your sexy, bodacious self?
They can find me on Instagram at CataleyafRost.official. And then also right on Unfiltrd as Cataleya Frost. And you can find my podcast with my fellow Unfiltrd star, Vanessa Rain, on It's a Little Funny podcast. And we talk about sex the whole time.
Oh, and you could find your favorite host on there too about 2 weeks ago, and it was a funny ass episode. I had Jamie messaging me the whole time she listened to it, like, oh my god, you like that? Oh my god.
His turnoffs were not even oh my god, yeah, oh my
They were turnoffs. They were turnoffs because women won't do them.
Yeah, that's just like some of it was just like they shouldn't be like a deal breaker, man. Like you gave some.
It is. I mean, I'm married now, so there's no deal breakers. But it was back in my dating days. It was a fucking deal breaker.
What was that?
You're gonna have to listen. It was men turnoffs. We got a bunch of men what their turnoffs were, and Jeremy was a part of this episode. He gave his turnoffs, and one of those turnoffs, Vanessa and I are still like, is that a turnoff or just like what? That's a
okay. So what is it though? Don't leave me in suspense. I'll still go back and listen. I just got to hear this because if that's the case, I gotta roast this dude right now. Like we got the strike while the iron's fucking hot.
Can I say it on live?
I'm not sure which one you're talking about, so be my guest.
Okay.
See?
He was drunk the whole time anyway, so he'll remember.
So fuck it.
Lies!
Like literally fingering and licking and the asshole is a turn off if you don't do it.
A rim job. Fuck yeah.
But it's a turn off, deal breaker, done. So
yeah,
like if they refused, it is a deal breaker.
Yeah.
I like my pink lick. What can I say?
Okay. I mean, everybody likes their own. I mean, different strokes, different folks. But like,
a turn
off? Nah, fam. I'm good. I'd almost pay you to just not.
I mean, if you're not a guy, Cataleya, you wouldn't get it. But there's nothing like the feeling of having a finger up there on your prostate while you're getting sucked. Like, oh my god, that is pure fucking heaven.
Yeah. This is where it went on the episode. This is where it went. And that was your first.
Oh yeah, I opened with a fucking banger, like always.
Yeah, there was more. That was his first, okay? I died and came back to life.
I'd have been a very boring guest on that topic. Cause like for me, it's like you gotta really work hard for me. Like if you're stupid or conceited, like overtly conceited, like there's confidence, and then there's just like self-absorption.
That came up from one of their online polls they did.
Drama, like if you thrive on drama, I'm fucking good.
Yeah, I agree with that one. But
like,
Chancy, where can they find you before this conversation gets even more awry?
Outside of here, and the Book of Faces. I'm really not. I'm a pretty low profile kind of guy. It's this podcast, the Book of Faces.
You can promote us.
Oh, that's valid. I might start like an Instagram for you or something.
Oh, they need to call Cataleya.
Oh, that's true. But I gotta keep my word. I can't get a Twitter. I can't fucking do it. I made a fucking vow like all them years ago. If I break that vow, I'm an asshole.
Then make one with a fake name so no one knows it's
So
you.
make one. Make it like if fucking click try fucking snitching.
Ned, name it Ned. Just call yourself Ned Flanders.
Ned Flanders, yeah. Yeah, and then people are gonna ask, where can we find? Oh, I'm at Ned Flanders, and then I fucking snitch on myself. You're gonna what?
No.
Fucking.
You don't gotta say it. You can just promote.
But outside of here, Bracket Bastards, this, Facebook, that's pretty much it.
Your local
If you
strip
can't,
club.
nope, you won't find me there. No, sir.
Well, as always, you can find both of us at Paranormal the New Normal / Maniacal Music Musings podcast with an S Facebook group. And you can also find me on Twitter and the Gram as at Juggalo Bastard. And you can find us now on YouTube as Maniacal Music Musings. Just search it and it'll come up. All but our last 2 or 3 episodes are on there. I'm going to be uploading those tomorrow or tonight. Depends on
Nice.
how much on my last alcoholic beverage I have. So, fuck. But I will maybe do them tonight. Depends on, I got to eat dinner and see if the kids are asleep. But you can also find us on TikTok at Juggalo Bastard Podcasts. And there are 4 episodes uploaded already, and I'm getting to the rest because I just finished the YouTube part of everything else. So, yay, finally. But this weekend, I'll definitely have some up there. But until next time, and next week, we do not have our albums for next week yet because I've yet to find out the guest, and I'm always reluctant to pick mine until I know the guest album.
Oh, no shit.
But our guest next week will be C.L. Brown from Pussy Talks show podcast.
Okay.
And she is outrageous. I've been on her show twice, 3 times, and Cataleya has been on her show once before too.
Yeah,
And I actually lost a podcast friend being on her podcast. So
Shit, right.
fuck GR. But until then, we'll talk about that more next week, maybe a little bit. We'll see. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm still torn up a little bit in the inside. Can't let you know how that feels. But until next week, we thank our guest Cataleya for coming on because it's always an absolute pleasure to have you on any show. And be sure to check out her Paranormal the New Normal episode, tips on how to raise sensitive children. Paranormally sensitive children, that is, not just sensitive children, because them you just take a belt to. But I kid. But until next week, we thank you for listening and watching. We have been your musers, and we will see you then. Have a good night.